We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Empirically blot the memory out of any MC. Tell MC men just, well dangerous. Jesus men just, I tongue the Raz. This is the manner in which I will teach a young spitter to spit at a target. This is the way of an artist, of purging, of catharsis, the emerging of a market, a genre on my own. I guess it's because I'm the last, one of the last true MCs. Every god say true indeed. Every queen say I reflect. Am I really resonating yet demonstrating fresh? Stop hating, bless. Bless. Look, I'll never criticize black people that never see what never know yet why. Yes. Jesus Jones on the microphone, gonna merge to the words become flesh. I tell you, I'll be on the corner, no owner. Mary back, get older, 3 shoulders back to owner. I'll be on my grind, water into wine. The reason, the one for some believing. Rebuke the heathen, cast 1,000 demons off the legion. The flow, the mic, the oof. The truth, the truth. The head that fits the crown. Can't keep me down. With a few for the many. How you living 120 selling out for the pennies? I don't like that. Every wrong gotta right that. Poor with despite that. Israelites take your life back. I have not been sent, but unto the lost sheep being murdered in the streets of a ghetto. Every Papa Geppetto, long no Pinocchio, stereotype I'll burn. Lucifer, your kingdom's falling. Black man, your life is calling. Maybe you can't hear that, you don't even hear your wife and babies calling. Babylon, let's burn it down, righteous judgments. Wickedness in high places like this government. Where the money holds close, he don't talk about those, he owns some artists. Let's talk about flow, let's not. He already know he hot. Lyrically pop locked to the heat of a hot beat dropped by Elizabeth's son. Methodically away for the things I say will play to the kingdom come. Call it the gospel. You're under God's spell. Yes, indeed, we were all God sent, so we all died just like a flesh we fell. From the cradle to the prison, it's a pipeline. This is my position when I write rhymes. I think you need to listen to the right rhymes. Stop me, never know, not this lifetime. I'll be on the corner, no owner. Mary back, get older, 3 shoulders back to owner. I'll be on my grind, water into wine. I can heal the blind, rise wicked every time. Jesus Jones the reason, the one for some believing. Rebuke the heathen, cast 1,000 demons off the legion. The flow, the mic, the oof. The truth, the truth. The head that fits the crown. Keep me down. I don't have a lot of money, I ain't got a lot of friends, few foes, God knows I'm rich. But I get a lot of trouble from the servants and the devil for my radical rap music. Rappers amuse me with all that amusing's meant to humiliate, mock, and facilitate how they assassinate consciousness. Let them get a better shot at this. No one can stop you. Guess I needed to repeat that. No one can stop you. I'm a leader of an old school G. I'm a problem vocally. I produce God shit, earth gave birth to the first conscious fresh MC. Shout out to the Jungle Brothers, make another record please. It's hard out here for a G like me to learn anything from these MCs. No disrespect, you. Big up yourself, rude. Don't pussy mouth, forget, cool forgetting. I can do it if I want to. Point to the crew who suit you, stop your progresso. You're a Campbell's, can't good rap sell. Sex shows, gotta love a metaphor. Quite sure, I love what I'm metaphor. Why not? My op metal metaphor. I'm hot, why you gotta sweat it for? You're not. I'll be on the corner, no owner. Mary back, get older, 3 shoulders back to owner. I'll be on my grind, water into wine.
That was Wise Intelligence, man. Wow.
You picked another hot one.
That's another hot one. Don't get it twisted. Wise is always doing his thing, man. And
Sure.
that was fire. That was fire. It's called Water Walker. That track. How y'all like that, man? How everybody like that piece?
It was tight. It was tight.
I was feeling that.
I'm still trying to
Water
deal with some
Walker.
technical issues, man. But welcome back to the Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live, the hottest show in LA.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. Because something's always new jumping on this show, man. Every week, and you never be surprised who walk into this building also, too. Because we have a lot of people coming into the building.
Right.
So I'm sitting here with my beautiful co-host,
Thank you.
Tasha Asset. Peace. What's
Hello,
going on?
hello.
At the other end of the table, we got my DJ sitting at the mic right now, DJ Hayes. What's up, Hayes?
Yeah, we up in there.
DJ. Yeah, that's my DJ.
About to go in.
We about to go in?
Yep, about to go in on them.
Where we going in at?
We're going in everywhere we can. On the tables, on the knowledge, on
That's
the wisdom.
That's what's up.
Edutainment Day.
Edutainment Day.
All right.
Edutainment is all day, every day. We got DJ Sal over there on the
Yeah.
Hey,
ones
Sal.
and twos. We got a caller. We got a caller already. Caller, could you? We got a caller already. Let's take this caller real quick. I want to shout out to everybody else in the room before we take this. They dropped. Okay, thank you. Yeah, man. Cause gosh, man. Tell them we need more time in here. You know, I had to rearrange a lot of things, man. What you call? We had Paul Mooney that was going to call in, but I had to rearrange that because
Right.
of the time frame. What we're doing. So I'm going to say again, thank everybody for joining us again. Once again, this is our second month, going on our third month.
Yay.
You know, which is real hot. I don't want to say shout out to our interns in the building. We got our interns in here. And what they call it again?
Media Maven.
Media Mavens. There you go.
We have a caller.
We got a caller already, man. Like, let's take this caller real quick before we get into this real quick. Caller, welcome to Sabir Bey Show. Caller, listen, don't be scared. Just
They
call
playing.
back. But let's give us some time, okay? We only got 2 hours, but give us some time. We got my sister hiding over there, not shy, but fly. You know, a dope poet,
Yes.
shy but not fly.
Yes.
We still waiting for our astrologer to come into the building. Kristen and Brother Ray's on their way here, so I'm gonna again say thank the LA Talk Live staff. You know what I mean, for always allowing this to happen, man. It goes down. Like I said, you will never get this nowhere else. I'm serious, in LA, but here,
That's
where
right.
you get everything mixed up in, you know, this station, man, and especially the Sabir Bey Show here.
Yes.
Which is edutainment. I just had to say that real quick. But we're gonna talk a little bit when I come back. I'm really, cause I'm gonna be sitting with a lot of females today, and this is kind of cool.
Got the
You know,
female energy
got the
flowing
female
today.
energy. So I'm gonna drop some pieces, but I'm gonna come and talk about the Kerner's Commission. If you're not familiar with it, I want everybody to look this thing up. It's called the Kerner's Commission. It was dealing with the National Advisory Commission on civil disobedience. Disorders, rather, not disobedient, disorders.
Disorders. Okay.
And it happened about 1966, 1967, around the riot era, and when they started bringing all this other crazy stuff in, changing the music, bringing the preachers in to calm things down. So please look it up. We're going to come back with that, but it's called the Kerner's Commission. And if you did not hear what I played earlier, it was Wise Intelligence, and you got to hear this brother also talk about it, because that's why I played that track that he was talking about. If you listen to, he said, please, Jungle Brothers, come out with another track. I can't learn nothing from these MCs.
Wow.
You know, so Wise is a deep brother from Poor Righteous Teachers, is still doing his thing. He don't get the airplay that he should be getting, but while I'm on the air, he will. You know, and we have to change. And if stuff like this was played on the radio, we can change a lot. We can change a whole lot. And this sister that I have, that I'm actually going to play 2 poets before we get into our subject matter, but I want people to sit back and listen, and I want you to go tell a friend to tune in to the Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live now. We have some
right.
special guests that's going to be calling in later on, but please hit us up at the studio at 323-247-7443. That's 323-247-7443. Give us some time to answer your call. So please sit back, go tell a friend. Here's your time. Grab a pen, piece of paper. Facebook somebody. We are on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Get it in. Tell a friend. Don't be afraid to call in. This is the only place we're going to allow you to voice your opinion, really, because other radio stations cut you. Am I right, Rich? Okay, see,
right.
I'm right. So get back. This is my girl, Sonny Patterson. I'm trying to get her out here in L.A., but if you're not familiar with Sonny Patterson, y'all, listen, this girl is fire. And if you're not in tears by the time this piece go off, this is the type of poets I like. This is the type of poets that I like that will make you be in tears and don't care about how you feel. She's going to tell it from the gut. So we're going to rearrange some things. Sit back. My girl, Sonny Patterson. We know this place. And another track after that is, but I have to give a shout out to my man, Just Greg, that's in Philadelphia. I have to give a shout out to my hometown, Philly.
Okay.
He deals with the Philly Youth Poetry Slam. And this brother been doing it for a minute. So big up to Just Greg in Philadelphia, who does the Philly Youth Poetry Slam. He has a piece, and I'm going to play directly after her.
Oh.
It's called Something's in the Water, and this is fire. But this is actually, we know this place. I want y'all to sit back, really listen, turn up your computers, and pay close attention. I'm telling you, if you're not in tears after this, you got problems. You don't know poetry.
Got to get checked.
We'll be right back. You're listening to the Sabir Bey Show. 3 o'clock is on. We'll be right back.
We know this place. For we have glanced more times than we'd like to share into eyes that stare with nothing there behind them but an unfulfilled wish and an unconscious yearning for life. Though death rests comfortably beside us at night, their moans are louder. They come to visit the guards at the gate and they stay until morning, torturing their guilt-ridden insides. The silent cries of the keepers are louder than the booms that come from the guns they use to occupy the space. And we know this place, for we have seen more times than we'd like to imagine. Bloated cadavers floating through waters of a city gone savage, foraging the land for what can be salvaged, but what can be saved when all is lost. It happened in August, 29 days in. We are now 5 days out of the only place we knew to call house and home. Few things are certain. 1, we have no food. 2, there are more bodies lying at the roadside than hot plates being distributed, or first aid being administered, or recognition as a citizen. 14th Amendment X. Refugee, check. And we know this place. It's ever changing yet forever the same. Money and power and greed, the game. They suck and devour the souls of the slain. What a feast for the beast at their table of shame, with napkins round necks to catch the blood that drains from the flesh they chew. It's hell to gain, and we know this place, all too well. Dank with the smell of death and doom. It hovers, it smothers. No growth, no room, no pretty, no please, just gray, just gloom, just bored me a hope, and it died too soon. Just jucking, just jiving, just living. We just fools, and we know this place is decked in all its array and splendor. Golden streets with good intentions capture our attention. Gadgets and inventions, pesticide the food supply, flu-like symptoms, diabetic condition, a cancer in the system, health on hold. It's a pistol to the temple. Go run to your churches, tell Reverend it's simple. Good works and good deeds is what equals redemption. But tell me please, Jesus never mentioned how these churchmen get extensions on freedom while children are being fondled from the altar to the streets, then back to the sanctuaries. It's kind of scary, ain't it, to know that both the prophet and the priest practice deceit, then come to the people and claim peace, peace. They come to the people and claim love, love. But where is the peace, Where is the love? Where is that balm in Gilead that can heal the wounded soul or make the half man whole? I swear we know this place, because we have vowed before never again to return. But here we are, we back in the desert, dry mouth and thirsting for waters from heaven. But come children, rally round, and maybe together we can make a sound that'll shake the trees or rattle the ground, make strong our knees. We's a freedom bound, and we know this place. Reclaim the crown, hold on to the prize, never put it down. Be firm in the stance, no break, no bow. Gotta forward on mamas, make your move now. now. Forward on my bus, make your move now. Forward, dear children, because freedom is right now.
Wow.
She's so awesome.
She's awesome, isn't she? That was actually Sonny Patterson. That sister is bananas. What you think? See, Kristen.
I recognize her voice.
See, you recognize that voice?
Yeah.
That sister is bananas, man.
Yes.
That sister is like mad bananas. And you heard what she said? How could the pastors get an extension? You heard what she said?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think about that?
You know what? She inspired me. When I first heard her, I was like, wow, she blew my mind. I love her.
That's the first time you heard her?
No. I've been listening to her ever since Katrina.
Katrina?
Yeah, because a lot of her poetry is based around that.
Okay, yes. And that's where she's from. Actually, we're working on trying to get her out here.
Oh, yeah.
I got one more. Now, this is from a brother from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
This brother, you see Philly. Ooh, ooh. She said Philly. This is the type of poets that I like. Like I said, I was going to do this and just, all week I run through some music. I would do hip hop. And then I said, you know what? Let's do some real poets.
Right.
We got a poet in the real building also.
Yes, we do.
Oh, before we get started in this next one, we always have some books of the week too. The books that we have, what do we got up there?
Wonderful Ethiopians of Ancient Kushite Empire and Othello's Children in the New World.
Books of the week, y'all. Go pick the books up, and we got a picture of that. We can actually, people need to cop that.
Yeah.
But before I'm gonna go into this next track, this is my man Jess Gregg, who does the Philly Youth Poetry Slam. Look, she's clapping.
My people.
Yep. And let me tell you something. This boy never got off track on what he was doing. And I love this brother, man. And I love what he's doing with the youth. He take them around the country and put them up and have them poetry slams.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, he was out here a couple years ago, though, actually in California. Okay. But I have to give his brother a shout out. And he said, yo, Sabir, you can't forget Philly poets, man. What's up? So I was like, well, let me find the dopest one that's in Philadelphia. And that's Jess Gregg.
Okay.
Yeah, I want y'all to
This is my first time hearing this work, so
For real? Yeah. This your first time? Oh,
wow.
Man, first time. Oh,
I know.
She don't know what she meant. Listen, we got a whole lot of.
Listen,
we getting for a treat, baby, because this brother is fire. So let's go into this track. And I always, when he does his functions, I always say, Greg, you got to do the one, Something's in the Water. And if he's listening out there, he know exactly what I'm talking about. So here's the piece, Something's in the Water, Jess Gregg, Philadelphia.
There was an old man sitting on top of the roof, rocking back and forth, down to his last bottle of water, sitting on the second roof in New Orleans. The water is rising. He keeps looking at the helicopters flying above him, looks at the water bottle, thinking, should he drink this water bottle before it evaporates, or should he wait? But the helicopters keep flying over him, so he keeps looking at the bottle of water, and he keeps saying to himself, there is something in the water. There is something in the water. There is something in the water. Maybe it's the resurrection of Lazarus. Or maybe it's the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Or maybe it's Malcolm X spliced with a little bit of Marcus Garvey. There is something in the water. HIV, diabetes, lead cancer, poison, Ritalin, disposition, oppression in the water. Cold red, cold yellow, cold orange. Terrorist alerts alert that there is something in the water, from West Nile virus to anthrax to crack cocaine cooking in the water, then served back to the same slaves that were afraid to drink it in the first place. Now you tell me what's terrorism. As war breaks out like skin and flesh overseas, you think they're fighting over oil? Shit. When they start fighting over water? You think you're paying $3 for a gallon of gas? Wait until you're paying $50 for a gallon of water. These rich pioneers don't care about poor people's tears. They're buying off the water wells and selling all the oil wells. Buying off the water wells and selling all the oil wells. People will be standing in line for the water, taking their time drinking the water. Yeah, there's something in the water. People still voting for Democrats. Yeah, there's something in the water. People still voting for Republicans. Yeah, there's something in the water. A 12-year-old got shot by the cops. Nothing was done at all. Mumia Abu Jamal is still locked up behind prison walls. I know there is something in the water. George Bush was sending people over there in Iraq to fight a war, but they gave Mike Vick 2 years for dogfighting. I know there's something in the water. Oscar Grant was shot in his back by a cop in Oakland. They gave the cop 2 years, but they gave Mike Vick 2 years for killing the dog. This is beyond the water. There's something in the air. There's something in the trees. There's something in our bodies breaking at the knees. Can I get a please? Can I get a God? Can I get an amen? Can I get a ashe? Can I get a Sankofa so I can look back and remix this revelation? Can I get a Bible that was written by the hands of somebody that really cared, somebody that was sacred? Can I pass it down to you in your generation? Can I give you a sarcophagus? Can I light you up? Can I give you some weed? Can I get you high tonight? Can I give you a drug to make you happy? Can I pass it off as Prozac? Can I tell you you're not depressed? Can I tell you it's not a black Wall Street? Can I tell you that Philadelphia ain't starting to look like Tulsa, Oklahoma? Can I tell you another lie? Can I pry into your skin and make you awaken every part of your nervous system? Can I break your spinal cord and bend it backwards for you in the name of resurrection? Can we rebirth again? This is beyond water, beyond air. This is the fire next time between the rhyme scheme of a dream that was broken. We are hoping that hopeless people will never act hopeless again. We are looking for faith. We are looking for time. We are looking for a reason to live when we wake up in the morning. We are looking at the sun while it cracks at the dawn. We are yearning for a brighter tomorrow. Not a new Nicki Minaj or a Lil Wayne. We are better than those things. We are better than those things. We are looking for a brighter tomorrow. One that's not laced with sorrow. We are looking for a college that won't have us paying our student loans. We are looking for freedom. We are looking for health care. We are not looking for welfare. We are looking for warm stares. We are looking for love and genuine capability and responsibility and accountability. We are looking for time. We are out of time. We are running out of time. There was never such thing as time. Time is an illusion. We are time. We are clocks. We are sundials. We smile. We are joyful. We are beautiful. We hold inspiration in our hands. In our chest is the aspirations of a future that was never lost. We are found. We are timeless. We are eternal. We are burning. We are a furnace. We are so many things. We are undefinable, undescribable, like a God that we pray to. We are Amen, Ashe. We are timeless. We are a dream. We are better than everything that we've seen. We are manifesting a brighter thought, a better tomorrow. We are sun shining, grinding. And this is not about no water or no fire. This is about our spirits. This is about our souls. Do you really believe in the afterlife? But what if this life right here was the afterlife? What if this life right here was the afterlife? Damn. What if?
Woo! Let's give it up for my man. Let's give it up for our man Jess Greg, man. Yo, I don't think y'all see. I'm a critic, man. I'm a straight critic, and I feel that it's like. That type of stuff should be on radio. Seriously. And Greg did that years ago. He did a video. And if you're not familiar with my man, go to Just Greg, just punch in Something's in the Water. You're going to see the video. And honestly, it's some whack poets out here. I'm going to keep it 100. They want with this fairy tale love stuff. It ain't. Trust me. Like Sonny Patterson. There's another brother named Amir Suleiman, which is mad sick. If you're not familiar with Amir Suleiman, he talks about really what's going on. But this
Where's he from?
Amir Suleiman, I think he was based out of Atlanta, but Amir Suleiman is up in, I believe, North Carolina. Where's he from? North Carolina. I'm not sure. I don't know where Suleiman is at now, but he's around. He's been out here for a minute. He was on tour with KRS One time, and I heard this brother. He said, this look this brother up, man. He's fire, man. I'm just still bugged about Just Greg in a minute, man. I'm just like, this brother be killing it. Because there has to be something in the water for us to like you said, Oscar Grant got shot by the cops and nobody did nothing. All the stuff that's going on, nobody did anything. Nothing fall in line with this Kerner's Commission. How we got comfortable. How we not doing anything. We don't want to fight anymore. But we'll bring out the politicians and the ministers and let them speak for us.
Yeah.
Really? For real?
So what is the new way to fight? I mean, what
we're doing here right now.
Okay. Being a voice.
Exactly.
The vessel.
Information.
Information.
Knowledge.
information.
Put it in the poetry and in the songs and
Exactly.
encourage with books.
Right.
But see,
right.
but see,
Change
that's
it
the edutainment part. This is
Right.
why I love what Christian does. We have the astrologers and we have the real poets in here. We have the healers in here. We have
Yes.
the DJs in here. And this is the elements of hip hop. This is the 5 elements of hip hop.
Right.
That's what we need.
Right.
Not this buffoonery anymore, because they created all this what they call it, the black exploitation films.
Yes, yes.
They did those films because of this. The Kerner's report, the Kerner's commission. So
Okay.
they tapped into our emotions. And in here, I want people to look it up. It was established by President Lyndon B. Johnson and investigated the causes of the 1967 race riots. This is what happened in Detroit, Los Angeles in 1965, and Newark, New Jersey in 1967. 1965 and 1967, the riots. So all the stuff that was going on at that time, they said, wait a minute, we got to give them something. Let's give them a belief system. Let's give them jobs. Let's give them something so they won't fight.
Okay.
And this is what the Kerner's Commission is about. Don't take Sabir's word for it. Look it up. This is why we always come on this show and we give you the factology.
Right.
People say, there ain't no word, Sabir. Yes, it is. Factology. Astrology, right?
Factology.
Factology.
Right.
Facts. We deal with facts here, right? Okay, so
Okay.
this is what happens here. So, look this Kerner's Commission up and you will understand and start questioning all your politicians, all your attorneys, all these cats you see on it. That's like just Greg said. We sit here and say, we're you still voting for Democrat? Something got to be in the water. You
He
voting
said
for
Democrat,
Republic?
I think. Didn't he say Democrat?
No, Democrat.
Both of them, yeah.
Democrat and Republican.
Anyway.
Both of them.
Right.
Still voting, period.
Still voting.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Seriously, but
Right.
people probably
Still
say,
in that
"Sabir, what are you
system.
talking about? You have to vote to actually make them do something." No, you don't, because you're not even a citizen. First of all, get your civics right first before you come on and start talking.
Right.
But then there's some people that just feel bad because our ancestors, they died for that. They
Really?
marched.
They died to
They
be free.
marched
They didn't die
and-
to go vote. They died to be free.
But, the children and the generation after, they feel like they're obligated and have to.
Well, this is what the Kerner's Commission was all about. It was to tap into your emotions, and this is what they have done. If this is why I said certain music that you hear me play is what need to be played on the radio if
Right.
you're really trying to make a difference. And this
Right.
goes out to all these so-called black organizations, black movements, whoever you want to call yourself. This goes out to y'all. If you really want to make the change, you start getting with these, program directors at these radio stations. Have real talk on there. Have real music on there. Have real poetry on there. And then we can start making some changes.
But
Right.
usually they'll be like, oh, okay, thank you for this information. We'll get back to that.
Well, they're not your leaders. Like white people say that there's no white leaders, so there's no such thing as black leaders. They don't exist. I'm still trying to find a white leader.
what we need is more leaders.
Ooh,
More
she said
leaders.
more.
We
I like that.
We got a room full of them inside here. A room full of them in here. Yes, sir. We got a room
Right.
full of them in here. But we ready to go into this break. But I'm gonna play this piece. And actually, everybody was trying to figure out who this brother was. And I'm gonna play this brother here, Amir Suleiman, and he's gonna take us out. And when we come back in, we're gonna have our astrologer drop some stuff. She's gonna do some readings online. That's hot. But we're gonna go, and I want people to leave. I'm gonna go out with this brother Amir Suleiman. Listen closely to what this brother is saying. Amir Suleiman is called Danger. We'll be right back. Listen to the Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live. You ready?
I am not angry. I am anger. I am not dangerous. I am danger. I am abominable stress, idiotic, relentless. I'm a breath of vengeance. I'm a death sentence. I'm forsaken repentance to the beast and his henchmen, armed forces and policemen that survive off of oil and prisons of today. Cup one is over with lost souls that wear oversized caps like blindfolds, shiny necklaces like lassos, dragging them into black holes. And I may have to holler at Fidel Castro to get my other brothers out of Guantanamo. And the innocents on death row is probably in the same proportion as the criminals in black robes, that smack gavels that crack domes, that smack gavels that smash homes. Justice is somewhere in between reading sad poems and 40 ounces of gasoline crashing through windows. It is between plans and action. It is between writing letters to congressmen and clapping the captain. It is between raising legal defense funds and put a gun on the bailiff plaintiff and taking the judge captive. It is between prayer and fasting, between burning and blasting. Freedom is between the mind and the soul, between the lock and the load, between the zeal of the young and the patience of the old. Freedom is between the finger and the trigger. It is between the page and the pen. It is between the grenade and the pen, between righteous anger and keeping one in the chamber. So what can they do with a cat with a heart like Turner, a mind like Douglas, a mouth like Malcolm, and a voice like Chris? That is why I am not dangerous, I am danger. I am not angry, I am anger. I am abominable stress, idiotic, relentless. I'm a death sentence to the beast and his henchmen, politicians and big businessmen. I'm a teenage Palestinian opening fire at an Israeli checkpoint, point blank, checkmate, now what? I'm a rape victim with a gun cocked to his cock, bang, bang, cock, now what? I am Sitting Bull with Colonel Custer's scalp in my hands. I am Sinkay with a slave trader's blood on my hands. I am Jonathan Jackson hitting a gun to my man. I am David with a slingshot and a rock. And if David lived today, he'd had a Molotov cocktail and a Glock. So down with Goliath, I say down with Goliath, but we must learn, know, right, read, we must kick, bite, yell, scream, we must pray, fast, live, dream, fight, kill, and die free.
Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. That was, man, that's the type of poetry I'm talking about. That every piece you heard what I just said, I played, is fire. That was Amir Suleiman. If you're not familiar with my man Amir Suleiman, I met this brother 5 years ago on tour with KRS-One, and he said with a voice like Malcolm, but he said a voice like Chris.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And I see those two dudes on stage. They almost look alike, though, to tell you the truth.
Really?
But I know this brother for a long time, man. I think he's up in Northern California. That's where I believe Amir is at now, because I think he's originally from Atlanta.
Okay.
But he's up in Northern California now.
Okay.
But Amir Suleiman, I'm trying to get him down here also to come to LA. I'm telling you, I got some fire poets. I just ain't pull them all out yet. Believe me. We ain't just love poets. We got some fire that touch your soul.
All
and
right.
that's what we need on the radio. We're gonna go to this break real quick. We got a break coming up. We're gonna go to this break. We're gonna come back with our astrologist. Yo, tell a friend, like I said, Sabir Bey Show, LA Talk Live. You don't want to miss it. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. We'll be right back.
All right.
One thump thump in a boy them face. Two thump thump and we tear down the place. Three thump thump and them cannot escape. Cannot escape. Cannot escape. Cannot escape. Car toe to toe once again. We distinguish real bad boys them. And if you a bad boy, not a guy can tie. Let me see your face them. Cause I'm not a DJ and I'm not a MC.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and hosts of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Do you suffer from degenerative diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, fibroid tumors, high cholesterol, genital herpes, or a plethora of other diseases that rob you of a quality life? If so, then visit the website of herbalist Tahuti Ma'atra at dhealthstore.com and open the door to natural healing at an affordable price. dhealthstore.com has over 1,800 products created by herbalist Tahuti Ma'atra, specifically designed to help you heal the natural and safe way. At dhealthstore.com, you'll find everything from herbal formulas and cleanses, such as Tahuti's famous full body detox, as well as herbal teas, extracts, natural body butters, lotions, creams, children's products, hair care products, and of course, sexual enhancement products for both men and women. So visit the website of Tahuti Ma'atra, dhealthstore.com, or call toll free at 1-888-823-9416. dhealthstore.com.
It's your girls, Forbidden Gems, inviting you to join us every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. sharp for the hottest, livest talk show, Forbidden Tuesdays.
Join us as we expose the new generation of love and dating and help y'all run the game right. Ladies beware, fellas bring out your notepads.
So don't forget to tune in to
Forbidden Tuesdays
exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV. This is
LA Talk Live,
and we are more than just talk.
You ready?
Hi, this is Dr. Levi, your fitness doctor, making a personal house call. inviting you to join me Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific for my all-new show, The Dr. Levi Show. Join us as we discuss fitness, health, and well-being, including emotional and spiritual health. So don't forget to tune in to The Dr. Levi Show every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, exclusively on LATalkLive.com and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. You can also catch us on iTunes, Radio R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv, or catch us on the Live 365 network, and now on Radio Flag and Stitcher Radio. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
And I won't forget. And I really love you. You should know. I wanna make sure I'm right, girl, before I let go. We've had our good time. That's it to say. We've hurting each other. Girl, it's a shame. I won't be foolish, no. I wanna make sure I'm right, girl, before I let go. Yeah. You know I thank the sun rises and shines on you. You know there's nothing I would not do. Oh no, before I let you go. I would never let you go before I go. We were so close. Our love was strong. I can't understand it. No. Where did we go wrong? And I won't be happy, girl. I've got to know. I gotta make sure I'm right before I let go. I know. I can't let you go. I can't let you go. All right. That girl thinks that she's so fine, that seems to have my mind. That girl thinks that she's so smart, that seems to have my heart. She thinks in no time flat that she'll be free and clear to start. With her emotional rescue love that you leave torn apart. That girl thinks that she's so bad, she'll change my tears to joy from sad. She says she keeps the upper hand, 'cause she can please her man.
I'm not a Jerry Bell, but damn. I'm not a Jerry Bell. We ain't got Jerry up in the building. Yo, stay tuned every Wednesday actually for Jerry Bell show. Every Wednesday at 2:00. We got Jerry Bell.
Yes.
Man.
R&B classics.
R&B classics,
Keep
man.
dropping
That's a
them,
legend.
yeah.
Y'all know who Jerry Bell is. Y'all better check him out tomorrow. Jerry Bell is from the legendary New Birth and Daz Band.
Yes.
So every Wednesday, I keep messing up saying Tuesday. Wednesday at 2:00 p.m. East Pacific Standard Time, he will be doing his thing. So stay tuned tomorrow. My man will be in the building.
Yeah.
Man, welcome back. Like I said, everybody. The hottest show or the hottest station in LA is LA Talk Live, and the hottest program is
right.
the Sabir Bey Show. It's going down every Tuesday at 3 to 5 p.m. We had some people that was going to come in or call in. I actually had to reschedule Paul Mooney because I know I can't just give him 15, 20 minutes. You know, I have to give Paul Mooney almost like an hour just to go. You know, you don't even interview those type of people.
Let him
He's
talk,
a talker.
yeah.
Trust me, you don't even interview that type of dude. And I'm gonna tell y'all, he might come across some of y'all real arrogant, but he's not. It's just him doing him.
He's a great guy.
Knowing him long as I've known him,
Yeah.
he's real deal. He's that dude.
Oh,
So
wow.
we had to reschedule him. But we
Okay.
have a couple of special guests that will be calling in. I believe my producer, Mel Jackson. Big up to Mel Jackson. Y'all not familiar. Mel Jackson is the actor from Soul Food, Deliver Us from Eva,
Okay.
Temptations, the Stick Up Kids. He's been in a lot of movies, and he worked with me on a lot of projects. So I want to say, give a shout out to my man, Mel Jackson. Actually, the
Mel.
producer of the Sabir Bey Show also, but he's on the road working. He has a film he was in, he's promoting right now called Dreams. Yeah, the movie's coming out. It's called Dreams. There's a couple other projects he's have also, so he should be joining us also. And I believe at the top of the hour, around about probably like 5 something, we have Raheem from Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 will be calling in. So we got a lot of people. So it's like I
At
said,
5 or 4?
about 5. What? 4 something. Damn,
Oh, okay.
5.
Like, you gonna go at the end of the show?
I'm thinking about the time frame. I'm like, he's
Right.
coming from the
Billy
East Coast. I'm like,
time.
okay.
Right.
I'm like
Right.
trying to get
Trying to
times.
add
And,
it up.
I'm like, just Greg just said time is an illusion. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. The time thing. I'm like, hold on, what time? Where we at? So Chi-Town time and
Right,
New
right,
York
right,
time
right.
and LA
Gotta-
time. So
Right.
it's like, this is what happens on real radio, real live radio. There's no scripts like we can stop it, edit it, bring it right back,
Nah.
rewind it. It's real.
It's a
So whatever
real
goes
deal.
down, it goes down. This is actuality.
Right.
So before we go, Kristen wanted to do something for 5 minutes. She wanted to do some readings.
I'll
and
do some mini readings.
many readings.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
All right.
if y'all don't know who this is, you're gonna know by the time this shit was over. I'm trying to tell you. So Kristen, go do your thing.
So, a birth chart is really like, it's like an image of the moment that we were born. It is the souvenir of where the planets were when we were born.
Okay.
And what it is we're all energy based, and planets have particular frequencies. They reflect the solar energy.
Okay.
So we, the moment we take our first breath is we embody that energy of that moment. So, if you ever get next to a person and you may be very attracted to that person, or you may not like them at all, but you can't really figure out why, it's because your energy, the energy that you hold and the energy that they hold, it can either clash or it can complement one another. So
Okay.
So that's just a little glimpse into why astrology works and why we act the way we act towards certain people.
That's
So
the devil.
whatever. So your birth chart is basically your roadmap to your success. It shows your potentials. It's not absolute to where, if your sun is in this sign and your moon is in this sign, then that is the be all end all. Nothing can ever change. It's really your potential. You're born with five fingers,
Right.
or 4 fingers and a thumb on one hand. Most people are. But you can choose what you do with this hand. You know what I mean? So your tools in your astrological chart is basically the tools that you have to build your destiny, your success,
Okay.
So it's very important.
What do you mean by tools?
Tools like in your toolbox, the planets are your tools at your disposal.
Okay.
Just like your hands are your tools at your disposal to, you can braid You can braid hair, you can cook with them, you can give somebody a high five, you can shake hands, whatever. But you're given these, you know. So just like you can't go back and change your birthday, you know. So
You mean I can't change that?
no, you can't. No, you can't. Okay, so we want to start with you.
Okay.
Your birthday is
December 7th.
December 7th.
I don't mind saying the year.
Okay,
1972.
Okay, all right. And you were born at 7:29 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. Now, born at that time. Now, the type of astrology that I practice is called cosmophysics.
Okay.
And it's a concentration on the physical manifestation of the planetary influence, the planetary energy. So, so we have a way of verifying the time that you were born based upon your physical structure. Okay. So born at 7:29 makes you a Cancer rising, and Cancer risings are usually accident prone when they're younger. They have you ever been in a car accident?
Yes.
Okay.
About
Have
4.
you see exactly. And also they tend to injure their lower leg, their shins or ankles. They tend to roll over their ankles easily, you know, sprain ankles, shin splints, pull a calf muscle, any of that stuff.
Wow.
So and then as you got older, you may have had some issues with your feet after all of the lower leg issues with your feet.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Cancer risings, you know, very motherly type of energy, you know, want to be everybody's mom, easily moved to tears, sensitive.
That's my mom.
Sensitive, easily moved to tears, very much a family-oriented person. And the thing is, even though your sun is in Sagittarius, Sagittarius, the sun sign is like the driver of the car, and then your rising sign is the type of car you drive. It's like how your energy is expressing itself. So even though you are a Sagittarius sun, where that gives you the optimistic view on life, and it is the filter of what you see life through. You want to know the meaning behind life. You know, Sagittarius is the philosopher. It is the one, the energy that just wants to experience everything, you know, different cultures, different sciences, religions, to put it all together and make your own little way that you see about life, and so that you can share it with others. And so that is your consciousness, you know, what you are to your core. But the outside, you know, when people first meet you, they get that motherly figure or that soul sister, because that is the Cancer energy that you're putting out there. When it comes to finances, you can spend on your children or spend on entertainment, anything that makes you kind of feel childlike or you know, a kid again, like that's something that you would spend your money on. And your ego is tied into your finances. So it's like, if you can't pay for something, then you feel some type of way about it. It's a bruise to your ego, you know.
That's my mom. She's reading my mom. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just have to interject with my mom was that she took in my nephews and our children, my nephews and nieces, and the greats. Like, she was that type of person. I'm dead honestly, y'all Cancers out there know what I'm talking about. Everything she just said was my mom. That was the mother. She took care of everything.
Right.
I just had to say that because this is like, that's my mom, and I'm not even a Cancer. That's my mom. She was a Cancer, you know. Wow.
Yeah. Also, you have Virgo in the 3rd house, which makes you a critical thinker. You know, when you hear information, you really critique it and analyze it and see, you know, does it really make sense? Is that practical? Can I use this information? You break it down into detail.
Yes.
And then that's how you communicate as well. You want to add details to the story. You know, you're not just going to give the big picture, but you'll give, you know, several layers of information. When it comes to your domestic situation, you like a lot of artwork in there, music, you know, very refined things. the way you decorate your home, very
Yes,
refined.
That is me.
And I've never been to your house, so
right,
you know,
right.
I'm
Y'all
just
set
reading
this
the
up.
chart.
Y'all set it up.
I'm just reading the chart. Also, affairs, you know, social gatherings and stuff at your house, because that's Libra in the 4th house is what
Okay.
I'm reading. Also, when it comes to love affairs, you know, sex and love go hand in hand with you. Sex and
I
love
used,
go
to hear
hand in
that, I, used to
hand.
hear that thumping. I used to hear that thumping in the room too.
And you're extremely protective of your children. You know, you will kill somebody if they try to mess with your children.
Wouldn't
you
even
know,
hesitate.
right? Exactly. And let me see what else. And you've experienced, you know, some frustration with relationships, especially when you were younger. Impulsiveness, you know, as soon as you're attracted, you're like in it, you know, quick. Did you get married quickly too? Was it a short romance? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We need to do rich chart.
Yeah, I'm not gonna open book right now. I'm like, okay, she don't mean to, but it's true.
And your mom, a lot of elder women in your family, or your mom was very strict, very strict, very about the rules. You know, this is what I say. This is what goes and all. And very much into her discipline, and you know, kind of hard on you.
Yes.
And it created a hardness as far as your emotions too. Sometimes you keep your emotions kind of balled up and behind a wall.
Yeah.
You don't really like to express yourself.
Girl,
so
you make
much.
my makeup crack. Check out. Okay.
If y'all just tuning in, we have our astrologer Kristen
Right.
actually giving on air chart readings. So this is the only time it's getting for free. Okay? Any other time she charges for this type of services. So you're getting it first here on LA Talk Live, the Sabir Bey show. Go tell a friend. Join in. Continue.
Yes.
And the chart is just a one-time thing. It's like that's what you have for the rest of your life. I mean, it doesn't change or anything.
Well, this is your birth chart. So
Okay.
this is just a glimpse of where all the planets were when you were born.
Okay.
So this is the innate energy that you have.
Okay.
But as we grow older, the chart grows, and also by transit, because the planets are still moving every
Right,
day.
right.
So you know, you can have an aspect like, for example, in 2007, 2008 was a really crazy time for you. 2008 probably was a crazy time for you because Saturn was squaring your Saturn. So you dealt with like obstacles and challenges, and maybe a separation of friendships or relationships with your siblings, or I don't even know if you have siblings, but yes. No, I don't know about your siblings, but
Well, you know what? They came into my life at that year, and left out my life in that year.
Okay, so that was an adjustment, a truly adjustment period for you. So that's what happens when the planets, you know, they have their own cycle that they move around. And it kind of gives a nudge to our natal planets, and it activates them in a certain way. And if it's and it's all based on math. This is not like I'm not a psychic or anything. It's really mathematical equations.
This is what is missing actually, you know, on air. I see we got some head shaking there. I think we might have another cancer in the room somewhere. I thought I saw some head shaking in here.
Oh yeah.
All right, I want you to read.
What's y'all signs up in here? What's your sign, Sal? Virgo. Virgo. Okay.
Wow.
Virgo.
A lot of Virgos up in
Wow,
here.
that's a lot of Virgo energy in here.
You a Pisces?
Virgo. Wow. Aquarius.
Sagittarius. I don't go by that 13th sign.
Shaquem, what's yours?
But yeah.
What's your sign? He like stop sign.
Gemini all day. Let's move
Look
on.
at both of the Geminis have sunglasses
That's
on
right.
today.
And what about you?
All right, no, I'm gonna do right next. I'm gonna
Okay.
do right next. Yeah. Because
Okay.
today is Ray's
Solar return.
Actually, okay, let me just explain. Your birthday, you only have one birthday, okay? Your solar return is when the sun actually goes back to where it was when you were born, and that's what happens every year.
I thought it was your mother's birthday.
Right. Well, you're only born one day.
Once.
Right. Right. So the observance is, I always tell people, happy solar return, because it's really when the sun goes back to where it was when
I'm
you were
glad
born.
you clarified that for some people that may be listening in.
Right. So,
me too.
So Ray's actual solar return was yesterday, because that's when the sun actually went back to the same degree when he was born. He was born let me bring it up. But at 0 degrees Pisces, which the sun went into Pisces yesterday. We're now at 1 degree Pisces. So that is
some people might get scared of this thing right here.
So and that's the other thing about the whole cusp thing. There's no such thing as being born on a cusp. Because that's like saying I'm inside this room, but I'm really like half of my leg is outside, half of it's inside.
That's like saying I'm at law and in law. Like I'm at
right,
the law.
exactly.
I'm at the door necessarily,
Exactly.
but I'm not in it.
Right.
I'm attorney at law. Well, when you gonna get in law?
Right.
Damn it. What's wrong with these people?
Because it's all based on math, and it's all based on time as well. So the moment that the sun goes into a sign, that's your birth, like that's your sun sign, you know. Now the idea of feeling like one sign, like if you're in early Pisces and you still have some planets in Aquarius, that's where that like, oh, I think like an Aquarius, but I really am a Pisces. And that's where that energy comes from. It's not because they were born at the very end of a sign or the very beginning of a sign.
Wow.
So I just want to clear that up.
I don't think people just caught that little thing I just said, the in and the at.
Right.
Research it.
Mm-hmm.
They at law, not in the law. Think about it.
So let's do Ray. Let me get your birthday.
Can I get
again.
some of your H2O over there, Kristen? I mean, kind of thirsty. Y'all got water in my mouth all dry.
Right.
Can I get some of your H2O?
I mean, I'm just getting
Oh, no,
over a
I don't want
cold.
none of yours then. Get some H2O somewhere, y'all. This little, thank you, man. Thank you. This, I should have came in. I used to come in with my own. In 2 minutes, we're going to go into a break. So you want to do his chart real quick?
Okay.
All right, we got 2 minutes before we go into
Or you
this
want
break.
me to do it on the other side?
Yeah, but
Or-
I want to, because I have some callers calling in. But you can go ahead and
Okay.
get a break if we got time, real quick.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Pisces, very visual person. You, based on this time that you gave me, it makes you a Sagittarius rising.
Okay.
When you were little, did you have issues with your stomach? Lactose intolerance?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So, so Sagittarius rising, very outgoing, again, the Sagittarius energy is about philosophy and expanding, always traveling, wanting to know information. You have Venus in Aquarius, that creates a very unpredictable nature when it comes to your relationships. They kind of start out of nowhere and end out of nowhere. Excuse me. Also, have you met partners online as well, or like in some through friends as well? But
Not e-date or nothing like that.
no, but I'm just saying, like I mean, I have Venus in Aquarius too, and I've met people online or through Facebook or whatever. It's an unpredictable thing. It's a surprise, Also, being a Pisces, very visual. You also have even though your sun it's in Pisces, but it's in the 3rd house, so that falls right in line with the fact that you're an author, and because the 3rd house is all about communication, writing, and you're a visual learner. You're more instead of like very linear thinking, you learn better when it comes to like songs and mnemonic vices, and you can hear a song and pick up and it's in your memory versus reading something and so
This is true.
should I okay also let me see, the moon in Virgo, that means your mother was very into health, hygiene, and into chores, getting this done and having a place for everything in the home. Also, let me see.
No wonder he wrote that book.
Right, health and hygiene, right, fitness too as well.
Wow.
Let me see what else. Mars and Capricorn, very ambitious, very like you know how to take the proper steps to get things done. You know,
Working on it.
yeah, it's like it's your approach is very careful and cautious, and you know you kind of want to see where it's going. You use a plan. You use a step-by-step plan to get what you want done.
Well, we're going to take this break real quick. We'll be right back. You listen to the Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live with Kristen doing the astrology readings. We got another hour, and like I said, we need more time to cover all this type of stuff. So we're gonna take this break real quick. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We're gonna go into the music of DJ Hayes. We'll be right back.
You're here, I'm pleased, I really dig your company, your style, your smile, your peace mentality. Lord, have mercy on me, I was blind, now I can see what a king's supposed to be. Baby, I feel free, come on and go with me. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, stimulation. Share our situation, temptation, education, relaxation, elevation. Maybe we can talk about Surah 31:18. Your background, it ain't squeaky clean shit. Sometimes we all got to swim upstream. You ain't no saint, we all a sinner. But you put your good foot down and make your soul the winner.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
After dark, find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, stimulation.
Do you suffer from degenerative diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, fibroid tumor, high cholesterol, genital herpes, or a plethora of other diseases that rob you of a quality life? If so, then visit the website of herbalist Tahuti Ma'atra at dhealthstore.com and open the door to natural healing at an affordable price. dhealthstore.com has over 1,800 products created by herbalist Tahuti Ma'atra, specifically designed to help you heal the natural and safe way. At dhealthstore.com, you'll find everything from herbal formulas and cleanses, such as Tahuti's famous full body detox, as well as herbal teas, extracts, natural body butters, lotions, creams, children's products, hair care products, and of course, sexual enhancement products for both men and women. So visit the website of Tahuti Ma'atra, dhealthstore.com, or call toll free at 1-888-823-9416. dhealthstore.com.
Are you ready to enjoy the Maui lifestyle? You can have it all by owning real estate on the paradise island of Maui. Dennis Rush, a 22-year Maui resident and real estate broker, brings his wealth of experience and market knowledge to add value to your Maui real estate understanding, providing a level of service as unique and exceptional as the island of Maui itself. The magical island of Maui was voted the most exclusive resort island in the world by Condé Nast Traveler, and keep in mind, Maui is only a simple, non-stop flight away. Hawaii Business Magazine Top 100 Realtors awarded Dennis Rush the 2011 fourth top realtor on the island of Maui. Go to www.dennisrush.com to view all of the amazing properties currently available in the Maui MLS system. Whatever your needs or desires, Dennis Rush will provide a private consultation for any Maui properties your heart desires. You will be in good hands. Once again, go to www.dennisrush.com. That's www.dennisrush.com. Contact Dennis today to start your Maui lifestyle now. Dennis Rush, proud sponsors of the Dawn Christie Show and LA Talk Live.
That's the building block, okay, of the entire universe, okay, atom, okay, which is today called atom. Yeah.
10 to the minus 33 centimeters of space. 10 minus 43 seconds, that is time. If you want to see the last of the true, look at my face. If you want to crack the mysteries of life, study this rhyme. Everything you see is a molecular structure. Your clothes, your home, you, your mother, your brother. Molecules make up everything we senses matter. Everything molecular, even you rappers. Molecules are made by atoms coming together. Some molecule structures are soft, others tougher than leather. Whatever, the molecular structure of things come from the atomic structure of things. Now you gotta hear what I bring and what I sing clearly. We going through levels of string theory, but don't mind me, I'm just shining my light. True master got beat, so I'm a rhyme on this mic. 22 years rocking, something gotta be right. I'm not a crook, I'm more the archaeologist type. Digging for truth, aboriginal, passing the pipe. Peacemaker, street savior, KRS-One is life. I got the feeling for fearlessly fighting fascism. I raise my voice against racism and classism. You can keep your fast living, I pass prison. Talk that shit, you get hit with an ass whipping. I stand with a protest sign. I'm not known for crime, I'm known to hold mine with a chrome 9 elements. At this level, money is irrelevant. I'm making you more intelligent, and that's the end of it.
If you gave the ancient African scrap metal, okay?
Yeah.
They will transform that into gold.
Teacher, philosopher, mystic, scholar, don't get it twisted, we gets that dollar, holla, this K will slay, back in the day and today, yes I do brings drama, I'm a builder, I'ma get iller, I'm a professional without the milk filter. When I'm on the scene it's clear.
KRS-One, that's meta-historical, y'all, that's a fire track. Did you hear what he said? That was a beat, and if it sound familiar, it's by my man True Master, who does the beats for Wu-Tang. We did that a couple years ago in his studio in New York, in Harlem. Yeah, I remember when he was doing that track in Harlem in the studio. Listen, look it up. It's called Meta-Historical. Meta.
Got that Wu-Tang beat too.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
Wu-Tang.
True
Yeah.
Master did the whole track, man. If you heard it in the studio, it was fire.
That's hard.
Woo! So, welcome back, everybody, to the LA Talk Live Sabir Bey Show. Like I said, tell a friend.
Yep.
We're gonna go back real quick to Kristen because we got a surprise for somebody. Could you finish up, my sister? We got a surprise for my brother.
Mm-hmm. So let's see, where were we? I said, okay. So when it comes to your finances, you can be very, how do we say, a penny pincher. Careful with how you spend your money.
Right. That's right.
A penny pincher. But yeah, frugal.
Frugal.
Yeah. You can be frugal. Also, but you're in a Venus return right now. So this is a new cycle for relationships and when I say relationships, I don't mean just intimate relationships, but I also mean like business partnerships or any type of contracts or agreements that you're coming into. Because the bottom line with Venus is that it's a contract, an agreement between one party and another. Okay. So it also deals with law. Right, exactly. Like law, yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So
deep stuff, ain't it?
Yeah.
Astrology is something.
It is. Excuse me. The air in here is getting to my throat.
Yes.
Okay. And also, when it comes to your home environment, you like it peaceful or quiet, or when it is noisy, it is music or soothing music. You like it to be relaxing, and you also don't let everybody know where you live. It's very secretive or private when it comes to that.
Sound like me almost.
Right.
I live in my temple, right?
Right. Can be a little impulsive when it comes to love affairs, or like when you are in love, you tend to be, how can I say, you're competitive, or you wanna compete with your partner, but not in a way that's like oh, let's go bowling together, or let's shoot some pool, or do some type of recreational activity where it can be competitive.
I like that. Yeah.
Right. Also, your health and fitness and your routine and all that depends upon what you eat. That's very important to you, having Taurus in the 6th house. And let me see, in relationships, you have to be able to communicate with your partner. You won't, if there's not a mental connection there, then it's just not going to work.
Right.
anything else?
Well, that's it. We got something. We got a surprise for somebody. We have a surprise. Everybody in the room, let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Raymond. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, thanks, y'all.
Yes.
Yo.
Thanks, y'all. I appreciate
He
that.
said thanks. Yo. We gotta hold on. Can we turn the cake around? Can we get a picture of the cake? Can I get a picture of the cake?
No, right.
Look good, right?
Sure.
The cake look good. You gotta, hey, yo. You gotta thank your wife, brother, because it was gonna be, it was like a straight supposed to be the secret, man. We were trying to do it big. We got knobs. Oh man, we got knobs.
They're hooking it up.
We have a vegan carrot cake in the building. It's vegan, brother. It's vegan.
I'm in then. I'm in.
You want me to cut it?
Yeah, you can cut it.
Yes, thank Nina for this, man, because she said, "Yo, we got to do this for Ray on the air." So
that's crazy.
So everybody in the room can get a slice of cake. It's a vegan cake, y'all. It's not dairy. There's no lard in it though. Where's Sha Kim at? No lard, Sha. So you can't eat none, bruh. Happy birthday to you. Sing it, y'all. Happy birthday.
Lovely flower.
Come on, y'all.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Woo, that cake looks.
That looks delicious.
That looks real good.
Everybody can get a slice, but listen.
Yum.
I was told to bring a slice home, brother.
Right.
I was told, make sure you get a slice home.
That's a trip.
Hey, you won't be going home.
Going to the bakery.
Vegan carrot cake.
I never had a vegan carrot cake.
Yeah,
you had
me
one?
either.
You had some, Rich?
Have some, man. You gonna try it, Rich? Try it.
Yes.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
That's crazy.
What's crazy, man?
He like cool.
Yo, we started to bring in the
Like,
balloons, the whole 9 yards in here on you, brother. We like, yo, we couldn't hide everything from you.
Right. Ain't nobody jumping out of here, is it?
There we go.
Yeah. This what goes down on the Sabir Bey
plate?
show. We got any napkins or papers?
We got that. I'll just chill. I don't want to eat with my mouth all full.
Nah.
No, let's get some people's cake.
I will gobble that mug down afterwards.
It don't look like carrot
It won't be
cake.
carrot cake. Well, that's what was told to me. Carrot cake. It's vegan. That's all I know.
All right.
You vegan,
It's a
brother.
blueberry almost.
Well, that's what was told to me. It was supposed to be coming in the room.
Smells great.
Huh? But now that's all we need is some blue-green algae up in this room.
Right.
I don't know.
You don't want any right now?
No, I don't want them right now. Save me some.
What you know about that, Hayes? Yeah.
Yeah. Soulful sounds
right.
of DJ Hayes in the building. You know what, Rich? I was listening to Keith Washington the other day, man. I said, this brother need to come back.
Yeah.
He's still out there?
He's still out there, brother. He's doing
All the
radio.
old heads are coming back now.
He's doing radio in Detroit. I said, man, I got to get a hold of this brother.
Did you hear about Jerry Bell? He's back.
Oh, we talked about Jerry Bell earlier. Every
Jerry
Wednesday,
Bell's,
2
every
o'clock,
Wednesday,
brother.
2 p.m.
That's right. He
Jerry
got to
Bell's
get
R&B Soul Classic.
Yo, we just talked about that. He got to get Keith Washington on his show. Or I'll get him on my show and serenade some women.
Totally forget about it. Keith Washington. I forgot all about him.
You know what? Most people don't even know Keith Washington, man. I'm like, these new cats, YouTube that brother, man. He's Bad boy.
Smooth.
It's like every relationship I went through, he had a song for at that time. I'm like, man,
He was like the R&B king of the 90s, huh?
Yeah,
Sure
man.
Detroit player.
Yes, sir. Detroit player. Wow.
Thinking of you.
Who they trying to sing? That was Rich?
Yeah, that was Rich.
Stop playing, Rich. Oh, it's cookies and cream.
Okay.
Okay, she just texted me. She said it's cookies and cream, vegan ice cream, like vegan cake. Okay.
Okay.
You ate yours already?
No, I'm not eating on the air. That's not polite to be on camera eating like that.
Excuse
You know, I'm taking no pictures.
Excuse me.
It's like, I don't care. Listen, I'm from the hood. It doesn't matter. We do what we do. Listen, y'all. Welcome back.
Yes.
Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live. Listen, if you would like to advertise or sponsor, please get at the staff of LA Talk Live, y'all, to keep this thing going, because we work on sponsorship and advertisement. You know, I get a lot of hits direct when I get off the show and say we need more time for the show, but we only working on advertisements and sponsors. So if you would like to sponsor the Sabir Bey Show, please reach out at the staff of LA Talk Live. They're doing a hell of a job. Like I said, nowhere else in LA you will get this type of information from. Nowhere else.
And the number to call is 323-247-7443.
Yes, and I'm actually under the weather right now. That's why I'm not doing too much talking right now, because I just went through a bad experience with Candida, y'all. And if you don't know what that is, it's like a nasty thing to eat with this dairy products. That's why I said I like that vegan thing over there. Yeah. So actually, like I said, please reach out to the staff at LA Talk Live. We supposed to be waiting on some callers to call in. We still waiting. Please hit us up. What's the calling number again?
323-247-7443.
Yes. Stay tuned. What do we got coming up? You want to go forward? Y'all got something else you want to talk about? Let's go. Come on now. This is live talk radio.
Wow.
So we can talk about.
You asked me something earlier. Let me get into this. You asked me something about earlier, real quick, about the disorder.
Yeah, we were talking about what was it? I forgot the subject already.
You said something about breakdown what disorder.
Yeah,
means.
what disorder and speaking of that law that we were just talking about, the
Kerner's Commission.
Kerner's Commission.
If you're just tuning in, the Kerner's Commission was for disorders, like people getting out of line, getting out of hand. They created these churches, these leaders for you to actually and give you certain things so you won't get out of order. You can stay on, stay in line. Basically, that's what it's about.
Keep you happy.
Yes,
in the midst of the things that's going on.
And this is why, if you listen to Just Greg song, also it has to be something must be in the water that we're not reacting to certain things. It's like if you listen to all the poems that I've played,
right,
and you listen to their, saying, yo, this is what we got to do, you know what I mean? But yet you got the ministers coming out saying, yo, this, let's the justice system deal with that, That's not how this go, But the Kerner's Commission, and I tell everybody all the time, look it up. Use your smartphone for other things than watching porn. Okay? Seriously.
Yes, because everybody uses it for that.
Everybody, not everybody. I mean, it's funny to me that I had an argument with my cousin back in Philadelphia one time, and he asked me about they was going to a strip club, and I was like, well, what I'm going there for? I never been to a strip club before.
Get out of here.
Lord be my witness, I never been in a strip club before, and he thought it was kind of crazy, but I was deep in Islam at the time too. So I used to joke with him and say, well, if I want somebody to strip, I'd get my girl to strip for me. I would say that.
Right.
If I'm going to put money in somewhere, I would say that, but I've never been in a strip club in my life. This is crazy because I couldn't see me wasting money. It's a waste to me, honestly. I'm like, you reading off charts. I'm like, I'm kind of tight on that right there. I don't know. Dude, you start having children and responsibilities start coming. You be like, wait a minute, hold up. I couldn't even buy the Jordans I used to want to buy, $125. I had to start buying me $60 sneakers, So it was like your responsibility shift. So, like I said, a lot of things start changing, man, and this is the responsibility. And this is why I said that the music that we play, we are responsible for what we put out. And and people don't realize the responsibility even that I have, even with dealing with this show. It's a lot of work that go into this show. It's a lot of work to walk a certain path also, because people just waiting for you to slip up off of it. They're waiting. I literally have people trying to figure out what is his weakness. How can we get him? This is what people do. They're waiting. I mean, I'm like, you literally sit back and wait. you know, for me to do something crazy, like seriously, so I got seen Sabir in the strip club. He was over there, you know. But I might go in there. I'll be like Jesus. What the hell? Go up in the strip club and start talking to people. That's what I
helping the young ladies out.
helping young ladies, you know.
Give them some knowledge up in
Give
there.
some knowledge up in there. You know, give them some knowledge up in there.
Make
But
it rain with the Constitution.
you know, so when you see me here on these airwaves, I'm the same way in the street. You know, so no matter what, nothing's different with me. You know, people see me and say, "Well, we thought you wasn't approachable. You know, we thought you was gonna." No, I'm a normal dude. You know, I'm from South Philadelphia, 22nd and Carrollton all day.
Is anything going on with the gun control law or anything like that? There was another shooting. Anyone heard of that?
No.
A young lady from Chicago, once again, leaving a gun control safety meeting in regards to President Obama. Was there with her family a couple of hours after she left. She was shot and killed.
Wow.
She was 15 or 16 years old.
Chicago's had it real bad lately, right?
Listen,
A lot of,
you know, I say this a lot because if we was just change the music, that's just one way. The music, what we listen to on radio and look at on TV, we can change a lot. They don't want this to change. They know this. They don't want it to change. You know, if they really did, they would get rid of certain stuff on TV. And they said, well, we got to write freedom of speech. But when we say we got to write in the freedom of speech, our freedom of speech is like Public Enemy said, freedom of death. So we really speak it. We're going to, you know, eventually this is what's going down the line.
Wow.
But you have to study history. And when you read the Kerner's report is so deep. And it tell you about what Lyndon B. Johnson and all was doing. They was investigating all these cases of race riots. So you ain't going to have, no real revolution. It's not going to happen. You're going to send and pick who they want to pick out, the Al Sharptons, the Jesse Jacksons, the, whoever else is on radio or TV. I don't even know to look up to.
Wow.
Right.
You know.
They won't give us nothing real.
No. Well, why would they? Because they're not trying to fix the problem. They have to build prisons, more prison. There's more, like they said, there's more people in prison than it is in college.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's more brothers in prison than it is in college.
Sad.
It's not true.
It ain't? Really? When the last time you been in there?
Prison or college?
I'm talking about the prison.
I can answer both of those questions.
Go ahead. I bet you can.
There was a recent study that was done on that very same question. A brother, in fact, did a documentary, and it's simply not true. It's more of the, in some cases, when we say it and think it's true, self-hatred that we may have for ourselves because we think so negatively about our situation. And some of it's just the perpetuation of lies to help keep us under that falsehood. But it's not true. I wish I could reflect back on the statistics that I saw, but it's a proven fact that's not true.
Even in a way, though, college is a jail in a way. It traps your mind. It's too many people in institutions, hospitals, jails, and they're not really expanding their mind. And this is what the problem is. That's what I mean. They're not giving us nothing real, nothing really to stand on.
I walked through Howard University when I went back. I believe it was in probably November. And when you walk through there, what you see is insane. Like, I'm literally watching. I said, what are they really teaching them in these colleges? And this is, again, the Kerner's Commission. When you start reading the Kerner's Commission, you understand they breeding more and more slaves. That's all they're really doing. You're not thinking for yourself. You're going to repeat the same thing that you had, was taught yourself in school. So it's nothing. Nobody's free thinkers. We have a caller. Let's go to this call line real quick. Caller, welcome to the Sabir Bey Show. Caller, welcome to the Sabir Bey Show. Where you calling from and what's your name?
This is Rosa, and I'm calling from Long Beach. Rosa? And I'm waiting to hear Shy But Fly. What time is she going to be on today?
Oh, she'll be on in a minute. We got some people calling in for Shy But Not Fly over there. She always uses that name, Shy. She's not shy.
We're just anxiously waiting.
Okay. We're gonna bring her.
She's blushing now.
I like hearing her poetry. So she's doing poetry, yes?
Yes, we did a lot. Yes, say that again. I can't hear you.
She's going to be doing poetry,
yes,
right?
she is. She's going to come up and do her poetry piece.
Okay, because we're waiting.
You said that's her mother?
In a minute. I don't want to miss it.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to bring her up. Matter of fact, let's pull a chair up here so she can get close to one of these mics.
Okay.
Let her wave to her parents. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. The Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live. Go tell a friend. Right back.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one here to the streets, baby. Feel me? Feel me? Oh, I look in your eyes. I can see it in your eyes. Oh, 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 oh. Let's just take our time. Baby, let me take my time. Oh, yeah. Your love's just like heaven in my eyes. Chilling in the parking lot deep. Hit every man on 21st Street. What? You know how we lounge when the weekend rolls around. That's how we put it down. Listen now, you on your way to your car. You don't like them bugs that be hanging in the bar. Looking so cool, but casual, fly, sexual miss. You know I had to back this, girl. I look in your eyes. I can see forever, baby. Can't believe you're mine. Out of all the lovers in the world, let's just take our time. Ain't no doubt, ooh wee, baby. Yeah, your love's just like heaven in my eyes. Hard on the boulevard, ice shining hot. In your baby blue drop, putting weight on them haters there. You're the baddest girl on the block. Had all the hustlers open from the park to the weed spot. But they don't know your style. All the things I do, girl, are worth my while. I'll be the man that'll spoil you in diamonds, cologne, a ring with the stone, a child in a home, girl. I look in your eyes. Oh, I can see forever, baby. Can't believe you're mine. Out of all the lovers in the world, let's just take our time. Ain't no doubt, ooh wee, baby. Yeah. Just like heaven.
Wow. Welcome back to Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live. The only place you're going to get that type of music, DJ Hayes on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to thank everybody every week, 3 o'clock. It goes down. It goes down every week. So, we have a special guest also in the building while we wait for our other caller to call in. We have a sister sitting in the room. I've known this little young sister for a minute. She act like she's shy, but she's not. She's called us go by the name of Shy But Fly, but I say Shy But Not Fly. I don't know. But she want to kick a piece for everybody. Like I said, we do a lot of things on this show, from hip hop to astrology to history to law. So I just want to let this young sister go because what's up, Shy? What's going on, man? What you got? You got some apple cider vinegar over there, bro? Okay, I thought he'd bring some apple cider vinegar to the family.
Just keeping it healthy.
Just keep it that way.
Right.
That's what's up. But we got the young sister that want to kick a piece. What piece and who are you? And where are you from? Could you speak into the mic?
Like you said, oh, there I go. Ooh.
Yeah, there you
like
go.
you said, my name is
all that poetry stuff you be doing. You don't speak into that mic.
like you said, my name is Shy, aka Shy But Fly, and you kind of scared me, like talking about love poets. I'm kind of like a love poet. So I'm gonna do the piece in my book that's not about love.
Do I do that to everybody? I do that to everybody that walk in. I say, you just messed me up, man. I don't even want to go there no more. I don't want to touch that piece now. I want to do something different.
But yeah, I was born in San Antonio, Texas, but I've lived in California for a while, so I rep both.
Cool. Rep both?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the poem I'm going to do is called Relaxer. I love you, Relaxer. Potassium hydroxide and all. The way your smell makes my eyes water uncontrollably. The aroma of sulfur, thick white cream. The look and texture of mayonnaise. An edible hair mayonnaise. If eaten deadly, this poison, untouchable by bare hands. Gloves must be worn to handle. Label reads, keep out of reach of children, yet still I crave you. Apply every 6 weeks when new growth sprouts. I plaster you on my roots, let you sit. When you burn, you're working. Hair is being transformed from kinky to straight. When you burn, you're working. Head on fire. Try to think of anything but you. 20 minutes of hell. If left on too long, chemical burns, maybe even baldness may occur. It's worth it. Results are heavenly to be socially accepted. Thanks to you, thick white cream. I love you, Relaxer.
Woo! Ready to clap for that, man? Yo. That's Shy But Fly, boy. Yo, where can everybody reach you at?
I have a website, shybutfly.com, and that's SHYBUTFLYY. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, all the social networks under Shy But Fly.
Yeah, that's what's up. Listen, don't go nowhere. We want to have you do another piece at the end of the show. We have a very special guest on the line. If y'all know hip hop, this is hip hop right here. We have my man Raheem from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Big up, Raheem. What's going on, man?
Yes.
Yo. What it is?
What's up, Raheem? In all the ladies' dreams.
Hey,
we may have some young people.
Except your girl.
Except my girl. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Raheem. No. Thank you very much for not taking mine, man.
Right.
For y'all that don't know, just kind of young that may be listening right here, this is one of the pioneers of hip hop. Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel, the crew, the message. Come on, man. The legendary Raheem. What's going on, Raheem? What's happening in your world?
Let's see. I'm working on a few things. I'm working on Furious 5 documentary. I have a little film production company, and so we're getting our feet wet by shooting my group's documentary, and we're gonna be putting a soundtrack to it. So I'm also doing some production, putting together some new music for the group, and working on a little mixtape.
That's what's up. For the listening audience, real quick, Raheem, let everybody know who you are, how you got started in the group.
Right.
Because, like I said, we have a lot of young cats and they don't know where it came from. You know, the whole Scorpio, that type of. Explain to everybody who and where you're from, brother.
Well, I'm from the Bronx, Lambert Houses to be exact. That's the
Boogie Down Bronx.
Boogie Down Bronx, right? 180th Street and Boston Road. I'm from the group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Before that, I was with another legendary hip hop group called the Funky Four. And we battled Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 4 at the Webster Avenue PAL. I'm not going to tell y'all what year that was. You know what I mean? But the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 4, they won the battle. But they, I guess they dug the way I did my thing. And so a few days later, Melly Mel and Scorpio showed up at my crib and asked me would I be interested in joining their group. And me just wanting to be down with the winning team, figured why not? And so here we are. You know, for those of you who don't know, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five became the first hip-hop group to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as of March 12, 2007, and then Run DMC, and then the Beastie Boys, and next Public Enemy.
Wow. See, a lot of people know the history, and this is why, you know, I saw you was working on a documentary surrounding that too also, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So in the background, I just wanted to play this for everybody so everybody know exactly who I'm talking to, because I'm sitting on the phone with a legend.
Yes, legend
I'm on
for
the
real.
phone with a legend. And I met this brother a couple years ago back up in New York because always cause a connection to Africa Bambaataa. Big up to Africa Bambaataa.
Hey.
So
big up Africa.
Yes, sir. So I mean, anybody have any questions for Raheem? Because I know it's some questions they want to ask. You got Shakim over there. He don't have a mic though. You have a mic? You want to give him that mic? Any questions for Raheem?
Do you still perform this song, The Message, often?
Yes, actually, I perform as a soloist, and I also perform with the group. Yeah, and I mean, I could spit a little something for you if you want to hear a little sample of what I do now.
Of course, I want you to get to that. Treat. And also, do you get a lot of requests from the teenagers of today's world? Like, do they request you to recite this song for them, or they want to hear it often?
You know what? A lot of teenagers today, don't recognize me. When they see me, I'm, like the people who are the most recognizable from my group, I guess, are Melly Mel and Grand Flash. So people see me, and they don't really recognize me like that. They know I'm somebody because I guess I look like somebody.
Right.
But,
there you go.
They don't really make the connection between me and my group because I guess I don't look like I look we made when we recorded The Message.
Yeah, cornrows in your head at the time.
yeah. Well, actually, on the Message album cover, I have an afro.
Oh wow!
And and I'm wearing it skinny low right now. I'm skinhead right now.
It's funny because I was playing this song from my boys the other day, and they're teenagers, 15 and 17 years old. And when I was playing for them, I said, this is the music from back in my day when we just really truly loved hip hop. And I told them to sit back, close your eyes, and get the visual. And your song, The Message, was the first hip hop song I played to them in a long time, and they was just like, "Whoa, that's tight." They heard the beat, but I was like, really tune into the words and listen to the description of what's going on. And I was like, this is what we focused on, the problems in the city. I mean, people were concerned, So I mean, that still knocks every week in my house.
No, that's what's up. I
so,
wholeheartedly appreciate your support.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention also, I'm doing a lecture. I speak speaking, and I'm doing a lecture tomorrow at Yale University on the globalization and history of the hip hop culture.
Nice. Wow.
So
this is what I'm talking about.
You guys are connected to any institutes of higher learning out there, I'm definitely willing and able to come give that good talk.
But you know what, Raheem? I have to say this, man, because a lot of people don't think that a lot of them people, like a lot of these brothers, are still working. Melly's still doing his thing. I just heard he shot a video the other day. Raheem is still working. Africa Bambaataa still working. On Kool Herc, big up to DJ Kool Herc. He's still DJing. And also, I want to put this out for everybody that may be listening right now. They made Cedric and Cedar, where Kool Herc used to do the party, that are historical landmark. That's actually a historical landmark now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's sweet.
the birth from hip hop. See what I'm saying? you only get this if you're on the inside, Jack, of real hip hop. So I want to I wanted to put that out there, and I love being around these brothers because I learned so much of how hip hop, where it came from and where it's at now. And these brothers are still living, they still breathing, they're not old, decrepit. These brothers are young, man. But you got to understand the manipulation of the media. Yeah. Because the message, that song can be still played. And when was this song done? And when?
86.
That was recorded in 82.
82. Wow. 82. Most people probably wasn't even born then. 82. Wow. Right. See, she said, yup. But the 82 and the song is still relevant to the day. Today, for everything that was in that track.
Yeah, the streets haven't gone anywhere. The streets been around since they built the streets. You know what I mean? So I guess with that being said, keeping that fact in mind, it doesn't matter what time it is today. The reason why the message is still relevant from the time it came out till today is because I guess in many inner cities, if not all of the inner cities, the same thing is going on that's been going on.
Right. I got a question.
Sure.
Hey, Rod, Shock Kim of the Shock Factor. Thank you for calling in. Awesome. What you guys have given us, to this day, we're still 40 years later, 30, 40 years later, still listening, to, the hits. How are you guys using? My question is, how are you guys using technology now in the midst of getting the message? Because there are a lot of people out there, just say for instance around the world, that can get the message too. You know what I mean? That may have heard it, may not have heard. It's a new generation. But how do you guys use technology today in getting your stuff out there?
Well, as you know, technology today, the implementation of the internet allows us to be in many places at one time where we didn't necessarily have the ability to. It allows us to be in foreign lands where we didn't necessarily have the ability to be there at the particular time that that was necessary in order to exploit an opportunity or whatever. But with the internet, it allows us to be in those places and then some. And as long as today, as long as you have a team, that support system, because to keep everything in perspective, no one who is wealthy has obtained wealth by themselves. Everyone that obtained any kind of wealth or real success, they had some kind of support system. So if you have a support system of people who believe in you and your ability, what we did was we just put that support system together in that we have a network of like 10 to 15 people that we rely on to work the internet for us to make sure that whenever we put something out and it goes viral, it does just that. It spreads like a virus.
Because that, like you said, that message is still popping today.
That message is still popping today. For those that are just tuning in, you're listening to Raheem of the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, legendary Raheem. I want to say, I have to put that out there. One of the pioneers of hip hop, man, is still kicking strong. But Raheem has something he want to spit for us, for y'all to think. Think that this brother can't spit, y'all. So you're going to hear it first on Sabir Bey Show on LA Talk Live.
That's right.
Wow.
First in LA.
Can you guys hear me clearly? Am I cutting in and out?
Nah, we got you, brother. As long as you stay where you at.
Okay, cool. I'm actually in the bathroom, in the men's room.
See what I'm saying? This is that New York stuff. We don't care, like, really.
A restaurant, because this was the only quiet place that I could come to so that I could do this interview.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Real love.
But here we go. It's about to go down in the men's room. Here it is. Check it. Though I was born in turbulent times, I promised self there would never be an obstacle more virtuous than I. No external force could ever alter my course or halter my motion. I attribute that all to my coaching. One man is an island, but he's surrounded by ocean. Keep harpoons ready when them sharks approach him. Detract throwing wrenches and hopes they would propel him to his former way of living in which he had grown accustomed. I done roared with lions, I done soared with eagles, I done scorched with iron, drew swords against evil, and I done wrestled poverty, fist fought with hopeless, detrimental probably, but this course is for soldiers. I hold these truths self-evident, nothing touches me when I'm in my element. Jump out the window for the hell of it. I believe I can fly, so I elevate. Piff levitate, rise so relevant, reload, coming with rounds, Fetty guys to pieces, got ones, foot pipe for squirrel, and behold, he coming with clouds, and every eye could see, rise the sun, and I light up your world. He buried me alive, swearing I would perish, but I clawed through the dirt till I climbed to the surface, burned me at the stake like a common animal, but they made a mistake and found out I wasn't flammable, lined me up to shoot me, but their guns backfired. I guess they throw on the totem pole to ever whack die. No setbacks, limitations, or boundaries can hinder or ground me. It's a new administration in town. I self-law and master. I'm in look inside myself to find all the answers. Escape the prison I was being captive, so forget what you knew of me before. This is the after. I was trapped in darkness till I turned on the light switch, realized I'm my L, my ISIS. My contribution to this game is nothing short of priceless. My fees are kind of up these days. You want to check your price list. Been hot for plenty years, way before that rapper's delight-ish. Walked in righteous cyphers before you guys wasn't diapers. I'm up there on the side saying that I'm the nicest, but they call him Robbie because they said the game was in a crisis. Reload, coming with rounds, spread guys to pieces. Got one foot pipe of a squirrel, and behold, he coming with clouds. Every eye could see, rise the sun, and I light up the world.
Wow. Now, if y'all just heard that, man, that was hot. Like, he didn't use no kind of profanity in that whole piece.
Explain.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, again, if you know, I remember Heavy D and them had a joint called "Don't Curse," and I said I would like to, you know, and I had this conversation with Africa Bambaataa, like we need to redo that again and see how many cats can go through that whole verses without cursing,
Right. Still be sweet. Yeah.
and still be sweet,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like he said, see if you can gather some people up. Maybe somebody may be listening. We can put a group together and just, you know, because half of this, the majority of the stuff that I hear on radio is whack. And
It
it's
really
like
is.
they're really saying something but not saying nothing.
Right.
You know, coke. You know they say baking powder, soap, coke. I'm like, what the heck? What one doesn't, you know? And they got one dude singing like he's rapping.
Right.
Like I said, I'm a critic, man.
That's
Listen, I
crazy.
like true school hip hop. It's not even old school. I call it true school. In the
Right.
words of Africa Bambaataa, man.
There's no flavor. It all sounds the same.
It's all the same. What do you think about the music today, though, Raheem?
Right.
Well, you know, what I try to do is I try to put everything in its proper perspective. And with regards to the hip hop artists today, you know, before corporate America embraced the hip hop culture, you know, hip hop was in its purest form, and you know, it was about skill. It was about, you know, content. And ever since corporate America has embraced the hip hop culture, as you know, I'm sure, you know, whenever $2 is put into anything that started out grassroots, it changes the nature of what it is or what it was forever. And so that's the case with hip hop. And I don't know if many of you are privy to this, but in 1991, some private prison owners gave monetary inducements to record company executives, top record company executives, and they had a secret meeting actually that took place in L.A.
I heard about that.
And these private prison owners gave these top record company execs monetary inducements to persuade their artists signed to their labels to create music that would I guess influence the listening audience to be criminals, basically. And that's why after 1991, basically every record label out had a gangster rapper. And that's the reason. And I don't know if you guys realize, but initially radio did not embrace gangster rap. There were, you know, maybe one or two might have slipped through cracks or whatever. Then after radio embraced gangster rap, and the reason why radio embraced gangster rap was as a result of these private prison owners making it, you know, financially beneficial for the record company executives, the artists, and the radio stations to play this music, to make and play this music. So we are not in control of our culture anymore. You know what I mean? So that's more of the reason than anything else why we have this onslaught of everybody, you know, of the majority of rap artists' stories of today, the rap artists who come out today, the majority of their stories are all the same because they've been repackaged. You know, our culture has been repackaged, and it's now being served to us in a way that's palatable for corporate America to continue to rape us and you know, and exploit our culture.
Right. And you know what, Raheem? I was listening to a piece with Wise Intelligence, and I'm gonna tell y'all, go to YouTube. Wise Intelligence have a breakdown on the Kerner's Commission, and I tell people look up the Kerner's Commission. Everything that Raheem is saying, you can research what we do here. This is why it's important to support LA Talk Live. It's important because we are the ones that can make the change. In the one of the interviews that Wise Intelligence with Poor Righteous Teacher was talking about is that I think it was Young Buck had a song that was going to come out called Police Terrorism. Okay. They told him he couldn't do that because that may have people going after police. But they told him he can talk about everything else, talking about killing each other. You know, but you can't talk about police terrorism, which is the reality. Yeah. The police are the terrorists, and people are afraid to talk about that. It ain't brutality, it's terrorism. When you do these things, they are terroristic acts. There are no such thing as brutalities. But what they do is, according to the Kerner's Commission, they bring in these black leaders, these black ministers that come in to see, you know, to calm everything down. That's right. Just trust the justice system is brutality. No, it's not. It's called terrorism. Right. There's a total difference between terrorism and brutality. Wow. It's called police terrorism, not brutality. So what they did, they said, no, you can't talk about or have a song on police terrorism, but you can talk about calling women bitches and hoes. And tell me how many times you can coke in the same line. How many times you can shoot this brother. Like Raheem said, it's like it's the same thing in rotation. But we have to be the change. This is why I always got to give Rich a big up for what he's doing. This platform, because he's doing it. Yeah. He's doing it, and this is the only place you're going to get this type of information from. Especially when you tune into my show on LA Talk Live, the Sabir Bey show. Always. You're going to get this. Go ahead, Raheem. I just had to put that out there because that interview was deep.
That's right. That's right on point. Basically, the only way for us to control our culture is to, you know, not allow, you know, in order to be in control in the first place, you know, we have to be actively involved in it. In that, you know, if you have a store, if you're the proprietor of a business and, you know, and your business is selling whatever it is, and you have a brick and mortar establishment that you go to every day, you leave your house and you go into this brick and mortar establishment in order to sell whatever it is you're selling, the only way that you're not going to get stolen from by employees who have other ideas of getting paid other than, you know, working for you, they'll steal from you. You know what I mean? So you have to be there, or else, like, eventually your business is going to sink. So I'm saying all of that to say, like, at one point in time in the hip-hop culture, even though there were, you know, the pioneers of the culture, we never left, we never went anywhere or whatever. But at some point in time, the pioneers of the culture, because our culture was embraced by corporate America, we stopped paying attention to what was going on in the street, all right? Because we ran the street, and that's where hip hop comes from. It comes from the street, and you know, we knew all the stick-up kids and all the drug dealers and all of that. They came to all our parties back in the day.
Yes,
so
they did.
it wasn't like you know, we didn't know that these things existed. Like, we were friends with a lot of them, and so we had firsthand knowledge and information as to what was going on in the street, which is one of the reasons why, you know, we came out with the message in the first place. You know, the message was indicative of what we saw in our communities.
Yeah.
And but see, that's not everybody's story. You know, everybody didn't live that life. And you know, in the song, the message, the way that we're talking about those things that, you know, whatever took place in the street, we're speaking of those things that took place in the street in the third party. We're saying that this is what we saw.
Wow.
This isn't what we did.
Exactly.
And the artists of today are saying this is what we did, whereas that's not everybody's story.
It's
the
not,
majority of them didn't do that.
And you know what, Raheem?
You know
I have
what
to
I
say
mean?
this. I have to cut you real quick. I have to say that because they have not. I could do a song if that's the case from where I grew up and what I've been through.
Right.
And most of these, that's why I said earlier, how many times you gonna cook coke in the same line and see how many times you gonna shoot the same person? Just think about it for a minute.
Right.
You know, before we running up out of time, but I want to give a shout out to our New York Talk Live and Brooklyn Talk Live. We are everywhere.
Yes,
New York
yes.
Talk Live,
Oh, that's
Brooklyn
what
Talk.
it is.
We
Yeah,
everywhere,
Brooklyn Talk.
brother. So I want to have you back, Raheem. I'm gonna call you later on. We arrange it to give you a whole hour. But we looking for more time, so we need to support the advertising sponsors. I will always put this out to everybody. If you want to sponsor this show, please reach out to the staff at LA Talk Live. And I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. Get on the boat now. Don't wait too late. But Raheem, we got to go wrap up, brother. Where everybody can reach you at, bro?
You can reach me. Well, I have a website. It's www.rahiem, that's RAHIEM, Elbey, ELBEY.com.
He's a Bay.
Or you can hit me up, Raheem Music at Gmail. And yes, there are 2 M's, Raheem Music at Gmail. Music is spelled just the way music is spelled. And in closing, I'd just like to say, you know, as in the case with food, as it relates to the body, you know, you are what you eat. Well, visual images and audio sound are things that enter into our subconscious mind without our permission. All right? So, just like you are what you eat, if every day of your young, impressionable life, all you hear is, I kill niggas, I F, you know, women, or whatever you call them, and I sling coke, or I sling dope, every day of your young, impressionable life, that's all you hear on your radio, eventually you will become that.
Wow. Thank you, Raheem Bey, the more. Thank you, brother. We're going to reach out. I want to thank Shy but not Fly for coming in the studio.
Shy but Fly.
Always got to mess with you.
That girl Fly.
But I want to have her come back. And I want to do a whole show just on poetry for a whole hour.
Thank you.
So yes, so we're gonna have a lot of people lined up. Thank you. Tune in next week, 3 to 5 every Tuesday. Tomorrow, don't forget my man Jerry Bell.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Man.
And go to my website, thecosmoreport.com.
Check me out, Facebook, Twitter, The Sabir Bey Show. I want to thank everybody, the whole staff. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, hit me up. I want to thank everybody for their birthday shout-outs on Facebook. I know I got hundreds of them, you know. Can't get them all, but peace and love. Thanks all y'all.
Tasha.
Hit me up. Say hello. Go to my fan base. Tasha Aset. Thank you.
Don't forget, tell a friend. Till next week, I want to thank my DJs in the room. Man, brother Shakim. Peace.
Happy birthday, Ray.
buddy, let me tell you, all these girls, they blow my mind. Just look at the way they bounce, bounce, bounce. Girl, if you think you're sexy, hit the dance floor. Girl, if you know you're sexy, what you waiting for?
For the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.